Hi, my name is Saskia and I'm one of the owners of this bus, which we converted into a double-decker hostel bus. Let me give you a tour. So this is the driving seat. It's where we drive, so we all have our truck driving license, and it's on the right side. And in the Netherlands, it's usually on this side. But it's actually kind of nice to have something different. First, we have the kitchen. This is where we make all the dinners. This is where we have all the drawers. And we have a stove over here. Make some nice fresh bread.
It's on gas?
Yeah, yeah. It's LPG. Yeah. Then we have a fridge for drinks. And this is where we sit. This is where we have dinner or play some games or just hang out if it's not nice weather. This is the fridge. This is another fridge.
Oh, second fridge.
Yeah, this is for the food. And then we have a fridge for the beers. Important.
Oh, right.
And here is more storage, a lot of storage. Pans, pots, chairs, anything you need. We can go off the grid because we have 5 solar panels on the roof, which are in total 1750 watts. So for now, for example, the weather has been really good. So we've been without electricity for about 2 weeks and we're still 100%. So that's enough, like the 5 solar panels are definitely enough for us to do everything we want if it's sunny. So in the winter we haven't really tested it yet. Also we have 600 liters of water, of clean water, and 400 liters of dirty water. So we have a shower and we can shower as well, but actually I'm sitting on the water right now. So we hired the floor, so we have 600 liters water under here, and also some water under the fridges. So that should be enough to go off the grid for, depends how long you shower, of course, but for about 4 days or something. Yeah.
And what about heating?
So we have a heater. We have a diesel heater. So under there, so it's over there, yeah. And then it actually heats up the whole place. So it's pretty nice. So we also rented out the bus in the winter. Well, it was like 0 degrees and it was fine. Like this gets super warm if you heat it up. So we don't have a heater upstairs, but we have one here. Yeah, we have nice blankets upstairs, so don't need a heater there. We are cooking on LPG because you can sort of get it everywhere in Europe and it works when it's super cold, but also when it's warm. So that's why we decided for the LPG, and we have 85 liters. We have a geyser. So we use it to heat up the water, but also to cook and use the oven with it. So we can, so we filled it up 6 months ago and still not empty. and we don't use it every day, of course, but we can use it quite long. I think if we would use it like every day, and we would have a shower every day and we would cook for an hour every day, we would be able to use it about 1 month. Yeah. The first time we did a test drive, it flew open because if you go around the corner. So we made a system where we have this, and then there's a hole here, so we actually put it in, and now it only goes until here, so we won't lose our knives and forks. Same as goes for here, if we drive, everything needs to be closed. Otherwise, all the beers fly out. We don't want that to happen.
Is there anything you would have done differently about this build?
We still like the idea of having the beds upstairs and the living room downstairs. We have kind of a lot of space here, so it's nice.
And about the year?
About the year of the bus? Yeah. So it's from the 67. So it's 46 years old, so it does come with some problems. We changed the gearbox. And but the engine is really nice, no problems whatsoever.
So you still would get the same?
Yeah, I really like it, and I think if we would buy a second one, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, but then I think it would also be nice to have a four-wheel drive bus, but then with tents on the top, so you can. This bus limits you a bit. You cannot go super high into the mountains. And we really love the mountains. So I think this for now is really nice, but for me would be an interesting goal to have a bus that's a 4-wheel drive and that we can actually go to all these places where you usually cannot come. So we try to use some official old parts and reuse it. So for example, the push button, the stop button for the bus is actually the light switch. So you see lights are going on and off. while pushing on the button. So welcome to the bedroom. This is where we have 9 beds for our guests. That's where they sleep. And then in the back there's another one I can show you. This is where we sleep. So it's nice and comfy. We have some sun from up there, and yeah, this is a place with sort of a 360 view almost. Every bed has one locker, so people can put their luggage in, but also we have some storage up here and here and here, so it's like for people to put their stuff in. Also, this is the place where they can sit while we're driving. So this is just a nice lounge where you can just chill, hang out, have a beer, enjoy the view. And but when we're driving, we can sit up there, and that's actually the best place in the bus because you have like the best view.
And how did you come up with this idea to get the bus?
I was already thinking about starting a hostel, but then I didn't like the idea of it being in one spot, like that you had to be stuck in one spot. So I decided to actually, together with the others, Eileen and Jolisa, we started this hostel about 2 years ago. And we figured in a double-decker bus it's perfect. We can have the beds upstairs and downstairs the living room. So that's why we decided to do it like this. And then also we were all working in the event business, and Corona came along, and then we all had a lot of time. So we had time to convert the whole bus. It took us 1.5 years. Yeah.
And you did everything by yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So there was some small things we didn't do by ourselves. For example, so we did all the electricity, but then actually the final part to sort of connect the electricity, we didn't do ourselves. We got some help. So we have some things like some specialized things where we ask for people to help us. But other than that, we sort of almost everything we did ourselves. Yeah.
And isn't it difficult from other side steering wheel to have all the time?
No. No, it's not difficult to have the steering wheel on the right side instead of the left side, which we usually have in the Netherlands. No, actually, the first time I went driving, I just had my driving license like a day before I got it. And then I had the driving license, and I was like, okay, let's just go to the beach. And then at first I was like, okay, we're just gonna do a small drive, you know, just 2 kilometers, just to get to know the feeling. And then, but when I was driving, I was like, oh, this is actually going pretty fine. So we just drove all the way to the beach, and which was about 45 minutes or so. And so it was kind of easy. You just have to, usually you look at the left side, like on the stripes on the road, and now you just look at the other side, like on the right one. So it's not that difficult, no.
Okay.
So this is actually kind of nice because this was used for the driver. He would look through a window down there, and then he looks through a mirror, goes up here, and then he could see like the whole floor, and he could see if his guests were being annoying or everything, like if everyone was happy still. So this is actually original, so we kept it in because we really like the idea of like keeping some original parts in the bus.
But you still can use it, right?
You still can use it, yeah. So we can see if the people here are behaving, yeah. If they're sitting on their chair while we're driving, yeah.
No need camera.
Yeah, no. This is the old school camera, old school security camera. So this is really nice, yeah, we like it. So we're now at the steering wheel. So this is actually the most important part of the bus, of course, because this is where we drive. It is on the right side because it's an English bus from the 70s. It's actually semi-automatic, so we have like so we just use this to go to the next gear. We have in total 5 gears, so it's not that much. Like it's just a few for such a big bus, but it works, so it's all good. Then also actually the wipers, they still work, so it's really nice, and we can actually charge our phone here, so that still works as well. And it's like 46-year-old bus, so we really love the fact that it's still working as it should be. So we have the turning switch here. So the turning lights so it's just super easy, but it works. And then also we can close the door here, but we need to have air to show you. But this is where we close the door, so it still works. So if people come in, we can sort of open the door and say, hey, welcome. Well, show me your ticket, please. This is how they used to do it.
And this bus was in duty?
It was in England, in the south of England, in close to Doncaster, and it was actually just a public transportation bus for I think about 20 years. It was in England, and then like in the 2000, year 2000, it was transported to the Netherlands. So it's been in the Netherlands already for 22 years. Yeah.
And the stats about it? The engine length? And...
Yeah, so the length of the bus is 9.5 meters. The height is 4 meters, 4 meter high, so we can drive in it in the Netherlands, but we need to be careful of the bridges and stuff. And it's 2.55 meters, so it's also the maximum that's possible and that's legal in the Netherlands. We have an engine which is a Gardner engine, a 6-cylinder, and what else? Probably it has about 1 million kilometers on. We're not sure how many kilometers it already drove, but about 1 million. But it's not really working anymore. So the maximum speed we can go is 68 kilometers per hour. Unless we go down, then it's like 73. So we usually on the highway, we go about 68. So we always go the maximum speed on the highway. But of course, like if we drive on small roads, we have to take it a bit more like careful, and then we drive about 50, depending on the road, of course. But 68 is the maximum, and it's actually in the Netherlands. You can go 60 is the minimum. You have to be able to go when driving on the highway, and so we go 68. So it's perfect. Yeah.
And they know consumption, how much it consumes.
The consumption. So that's about with 1 liter we can go 4 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a diesel, of course. So it's not the cheapest version to drive, but it's nice. Yeah.
So they bring many people.
Yeah. So we can have because it's now it looks like a bus, but officially it's a camper, a very heavy camper. It's 9,000 kilograms. But that means we can go with the driver plus 8 people, so we can have 9 people while driving. Yeah. When we bought the bus, it was empty. So it was leaking, and it was like rotten wood and everything. So we had to change all the window rubbers, and it was all like dried out, and it hasn't been changed in 40 years. So we decided we needed to change them in order to make the bus dry and not like that it wasn't leaking anymore. So it took us we have 32 windows. So there was a company who actually taught us how to do it, and then we did it ourselves. So we had a team of friends helping out. So it took about 3 days to sort of get all the rubbers out, and then paint the ceilings, like the bus again, like make sure it's a bit stronger and it's not rusty anymore. So get out of the rust out, and then we put them back. So about 3 days, and then we fixed it. Also, we built this wall. This is not the end of the bus. There's something behind it. Because at first we were thinking about making the shower and the bathroom and the toilet here in the bus. But then we figured, no, we have an emergency door. So it's better to not shit where you eat. So we decided to make the bathroom in the back of the bus. So you actually have to go out. And then from there you can have a shower. This is epoxy. So this is just actually this is sort of the side of a closet from the IKEA, which was in the sales corner. And then and we made this with epoxy. A friend of ours did. So now it has the waves on it, and because we are the outdoor hostel bus, we really like to go outside, go surfing and climbing and all kind of stuff. So this was perfect fit for for what we like, and so that's why we have the waves on it. When we bought the bus, it was still white, but on a Powwow festival, Powwow Street Art Festival in Rotterdam, an artist from Rotterdam, Timon de Laat, painted the bus, and we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know what was going to be on it, because he had an idea, and we weren't allowed to see what he was going to paint on it. So we didn't see it until it was finished. But we're super glad. Like, we're super happy with it. We're super happy with the results, because it has the mountains, it has the nature, it has the Bedouin woman. It's number 847, which was the official line number of the bus when it was driving in England, when it was still used as a public transport. So we like to keep it the same number. So here, if we need electricity, we can hook it up in here. So that way we can use the microwave. We have a microwave and an oven as well, and one is on gas and the other one is on electricity. It takes a lot of power, so we need to be plugged in order to use it. So that's what we do here. Then this is where we tank, where all the diesel goes in. It's actually pretty small, so we can put in about 80 liters. So this is the name, La Caravana, the outdoor hostel bus. And
it is daily life.
This is daily life, yeah.
Behind the scenes is this.
Yeah. So we have a small minor leakage of the gearbox oil.
It's almost fixed.
Almost fixed.
Yeah, the gearbox is leaking, so we're fixing it now because otherwise we can't continue our trip. But yeah.
That's why I'm meeting here.
Yeah, that's why we're meeting on this nice picturesque space of the station of Hoorn.
But you get to know a lot about the bus, like inside and inside out as well, but like mechanic-wise as well. Because you need to, right? Because we're going to Norway and we need to be able to fix it ourselves.
Yeah, if something breaks down, we sort of learn the hard way. So this is the engine, which we don't know as much about as the gearbox because it works perfectly fine. So it's actually a Gardner 6-line cylinder. Yeah, and it's 46 years old, and it's.
You think it's still original?
So it's not the original one, but actually it is 40 years old because they changed it. The bus is built in '76, and they changed it in the '70s as well. So it's probably 79 or something. So it's still super old. Yeah. So as I mentioned, we have a bathroom in the bus as well, and it's in the back of the bus. This used to be an emergency door, but now it's our bathroom door. So we have a light switch up here. And for the shower as well. This is where we sit while having a shit. And it's pretty low, but it's perfect. It's nice and comfy. It's a compost toilet. Yeah. So it works perfectly fine. Also, we have a shower here. But the fun thing is that it's higher than you would expect it to be. I walk in. So I can actually stand in the shower. Oh. So this is where my head is now. It's where the bed is. So I'm now underneath my bed.
Yeah. So how tall is that?
The shower is 2 meters and 2 centimeters. Before there was actually a stair here because it was a bus. So a bus for safety it needs to have 2 stairs. So there was already the ceiling was already gone here. So it was perfect for us to build the shower. Yeah. This summer we're gonna go to Norway and we're doing team trips as well. So we're doing a climbing trip in September in Belgium. And we just did a surfing trip. We're probably gonna do another one in October because we really loved it. So it's called La Caravana and you can find us on Instagram, Facebook and the website www.lacaravana.nl. And we hope to see you on the road.
So how it works? People can book all the bus.
Yeah,
Can travel, or you bring it to one location?
There's multiple options. So either you join us on a trip, so then you just book a bed and you join us on one of the trips. So for example, in Norway, we're gonna go kayaking, we're gonna go surfing, we're gonna go hiking and stuff. So then you just book a bed and then you join us for an 8-day trip. But you can also just book it with friends, so as a group accommodation. So you just say, hey, I wanna have the bus in Utrecht. And then we'll drive it to Utrecht and then you can sleep in it. But also it's a possibility to ask us if we want to make a trip for you. So we just make personalized trips. So then you can just say, I want to go to all the vineyards or something. And then we say, okay, right. So we just make a tour and then we take them. So for example, we just did one with some Americans. And they wanted to see the tulips, of course. So we went to the tulips, but we also went to the island of Texel, And we went mud flat walking, we made cheese. So we can do just, the nice thing is about the bus is you can go anywhere and you can do anything because it's like we can drive anywhere. And we can just, we know the Netherlands pretty well, but we also like to go abroad. But so it has like, so you have a couple options, like the personalized trips, renting the bus for a group accommodation. Also businesses can rent the bus and we can drive them around, or just join us on one of the trips. Yeah.
And if people fly down, how far would you go? Like,
You mean if they fly down?
book you and like say Euro trip or something like that.
We can do a Euro trip. No, yeah, but I mean it's like 1 at 4, so it's not the cheapest option to do a Euro trip. But yeah, I mean if you want to do a Euro trip with the bus and us, then yeah, then you can. Yeah, definitely. So we're doing sort of, we're doing the Norway trip, so then they can sort of join us on one of these trips. But yeah, if someone says, hey, I have a group of 7 friends, because it fits maximum 7 while driving, and if they say, hey, we want to go to France and we'll pay for it, then yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we can do that. It's nice. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for giving a tour.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming.
So, and all the social media I will link in the description below. Thanks for watching and see you the next one. Bye.